Hey Francine, how's Tessa doing today? You did go and visit her, right?
Hey Frank, it's good to hear from you. Tessa was doing totally fine when I was there with her. She's much better after starting on the new medicine regimen the doctors told us about.
Totally fine? What's that supposed to mean? How can she be totally fine in this situation?
No, well, all I mean is that she hasn't gotten any worse. Obviously, her health isn't totally fine, but she is undergoing cancer treatment, so you can hardly expect otherwise. Yeah, I know they're trying to save her life, but chemotherapy really is awful. It's tearing me up to have to see her like this every day. The new medicine they put her on made all of her hair fall out.
Wow, is she upset about it?
Of course she is. She's still in elementary school. And she's a girl. There's no denying it. She was pretty damn shocked and broken up about the whole thing. It's only natural she would be, right? It would be bad enough for an adult who properly understood everything.
She doesn't seem any worse, you say? She didn't seem to be particularly unwell or anything. We should be grateful just for that. We have to take all the victories we can get, no matter how small.
I guess, but to be honest with you, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't painful for me to look at her in that state. Her pillow was covered in hair that had fallen out. She's putting on a brave face and pretending she doesn't care, but I'm her mom, and I can tell she's hurting inside. Couldn't take seeing my little princess like that. I had to get out of there, Frank. I left the ward.
You did what? You knew this would happen, damn it. The doctors told us her hair would start falling out after the chemo started. It's never going to be a pleasant thing to see, but how could you not have been prepared? It's only natural she'd be shocked after losing her hair. What the hell do you think seeing her parents freak out is going to do to her mental state? She's already vulnerable as it is. She needs us now more than ever. And you left her there?
I know that. But it's gonna keep falling out, and quickly too. Before we know it, she won't have any hair left. I can't bear to see her like that. It was horrible.
No, of course it's horrible. But don't get me wrong, babe. I totally understand how you feel. But we can't bury our heads in the sand. This is happening, Francine, whether we like it or not. If it's this bad for us, what the hell do you think it's like being Tessa right now?
I understand what you're saying, Frank. Ugh. Oh my God, Frank, how long are we going to have to carry on like this? What did she do to deserve this? Why does our poor daughter have to suffer so senselessly?
Believe me, I'd love to know the answer to those questions myself.
I'm sorry, I never expected myself to get this upset. I think I'm losing my mind. If I start taking things out on you, everything will be totally hopeless.
You're exhausted from being with Tess all the time, right? You must take a lot of mental stress to keep yourself composed, seeing her that way. I haven't been able to get to the hospital due to my crazy work schedule, and believe me, I feel pretty crappy about that. It's fine, Francine. It's not a big deal, really. Don't worry about me.
I'm sorry.
I said don't worry about me. Tessa is more important than me right now.
Right. I wonder if she'll really be okay. I'm relieved she didn't seem any worse physically, aside from the shock of losing her hair, what with starting chemo and all. But it was so awful seeing her all broken up like that.
You headed over to visit her with your mum and dad this weekend, right? I'll join you guys then. Let me try speaking to her. Let's see if her pops can't cheer her up a little.
Right. But you know she hasn't shown much improvement at all since being admitted to the hospital. Don't say anything reckless that might freak her out or my mom out, okay?
Of course I won't. But keep an eye on her for me until then, alright? It's bound to be difficult, but we need to be strong for our daughter's sake. She needs us now more than ever.
Frank, why would you even say something like that? Didn't I tell you not to say anything reckless? My mom and dad are furious. I can't believe you said that to Tessa at all, let alone in front of my parents.
Oh, that's funny, because from where I'm standing, none of what you're doing makes any sense. That's why I said it. I was wondering whether you'd make an absurd overreaction, and lo and behold, you are.
What? This isn't the time to screw around, Frank. Start making sense. Thankfully, Tessa seemed to find your stupid little remark funny, so at least she's not upset, but what kind of twisted sicko calls their daughter a baldy while she's on chemotherapy? I can't believe you.
Come on, Francine. I didn't put it that bluntly, did I? I worded it more kindly than that, and you know it.
But why would you need to say that in the first place? Heh, looks like you went bald, sweetie. Oh well. And to think you laughed, too. You're sick. Who says, oh well, to their freshly bald, cancer-stricken 6-year-old? Do you understand how much your foolish little remark just hurt our poor daughter? That poor girl, she is fighting cancer, and the last thing she needs is her own dad insulting her.
Poor girl. Give me a break. The only thing upsetting our daughter is your attitude. Is that the way you treat her every time you visit? If I'd have known, I'd have said something earlier. God damn, my boss keeping me at the office does this all the time.
My attitude? What the hell does that mean? All we did was visit her. I don't need to be lectured on how to behave around my own daughter by the prick who just insulted her while she lay in a hospital bed.
You couldn't be more tragically mistaken. Or endlessly piling sympathy on her like she has hours left to live is what you guys call a visit. If that's the case, you and her parents need to stop visiting her immediately. All you're doing is hurting her by constantly reminding her about what she's going through and how unfortunate she is.
You have no right to say that. Do you have any idea how hard it was for me to calm my parents down after you left the room? They even told me to divorce you.
Let them say what they like. I don't care. Let me make this clear. You guys are the ones treating her like a pitiful, helpless victim.
What's that supposed to mean?
The way you're all huddled around her, wailing, oh, you poor, poor thing. Well, it almost made me want to vomit. I felt like I was at a funeral. Good luck, sweetie. I mean, really. Randomly interjecting crap like, I know all your hair might have fallen out, but you don't need to worry about that one bit, into conversations about her favourite cartoons. You're supposed to be making her feel better, not worse. Stop screwing around with our daughter's emotions, Francine.
Pfft, all we're trying to do is stop her being upset. Ugh, what's the point in trying to explain? An insensitive prick like you would never get it.
Insensitive? That's rich coming from you. Are you completely oblivious to how much constantly reminding her she has cancer is hurting her? Why does she need you to bring up the fact she has no hair left every 5 minutes? You treat her like she's in a freaking casket already. It hurts to watch. You treat her like a hopeless victim. You act like you're already at her funeral. All you're doing is upsetting her.
What are you suggesting I should say then? You've got some nerve to come at me with this crap despite you being the one who made mean comments about her hair.
Mean comments? Please, did she even seem remotely upset by what I said? If anything, that's the biggest smile I've seen on her face in weeks. Do you have no idea what that means?
This is pointless. I can't take it anymore. We may as well be banging our heads against a brick wall. I'll be staying at my folks' place tonight. I won't be coming home for a while.
Do as you please. I don't want to see your face anyway.
Hey, Pops. Did you and Mom have a fight?
Hey, Tessa. What's up? What makes you think that?
Well, Mom came to see me today, but she seemed way more down than usual. She looked really angry when I smiled at what you said yesterday.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry, sweetie. Making you worry about me and your mum like this.
It's fine, Pops. You don't have to apologize. But was it bad of me to smile?
No, you didn't do anything wrong at all. Me and your mum just had a little difference of opinion. That's all. We were talking about you.
About me?
Yeah, about you. You know how much we both love you, right?
Yeah, I know that. But well, why were you fighting then?
How to put it? You see, it's like this, sweetie. Since me and your mum both love and care about you so much, there are things that we feel so strongly about that we simply can't budge on them.
Huh? This is difficult. I don't understand.
Ah, right, of course. Let me ask you this, Tess. Do you like your mum?
Yeah, I love her.
Right? Well, I love her too. But how would you feel if your mummy, who you did love, did something bad to your pops?
I'd get mad and tell her to stop, 'cause I love my pops too. I want all three of us to be friends and get along.
Well, that's how things are between me and your mum right now. We still haven't made friends yet. Which is why I want you to know you're not in the wrong here.
When will you make friends? Right away?
It'd be nice if we could make up right away. But to tell you the truth, I don't know myself either.
Hey, Pops, you know when you said I was bald and laughed? I was happy.
Oh, where did that come from all of a sudden?
Ever since I got sick, Mom and the others have been making me feel so sad all the time. They act like I'm gonna die. I'm not helpless and I'm not gonna die.
That's right, Tessa. You're not. You must hate being treated like that when you're working so hard to get better.
You're the only one who doesn't treat me like some pathetic victim, Pops. That's why I'm super happy you're my Pops.
That's right, sweetie. You're no victim. I just wish everyone else understood that.
Sorry to bother you, Frank. Do you have time to talk right now?
What's up? Is this about yesterday?
Yeah, it's about yesterday. I thought maybe we could try talking things over again.
Look, about that, I said too much myself. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have anything to apologize for, honey. We were the ones in the wrong after all, right?
What? Are you feeling okay? Am I hallucinating? You were furious with me yesterday.
This evening, I got a call from Tessa. She told me why you got so mad. I think I more or less understand it now.
From Tessa? Wait, she called you about that? Really? I see.
She said us fighting was really hard on her. She pretty much ordered us to make up as soon as possible. That's not all. She burst into tears. What the hell are we playing at, Frank?
You're right. Us fighting over what's best for our daughter doesn't really make any sense if us fighting makes our daughter cry now, does it?
Right. That's why I'm sorry. I never stopped to think about why you were angry in the first place. I just reacted.
No, it was wrong of me not to explain too. I kind of just assumed you'd get why I was mad and let the anger take care of the rest. I haven't had my head on straight lately, what with everything that's going on. I guess you could say I'm quick to anger. You're well within your rights to be mad.
Cut it out, Frank. That's my line. I was so intent on things being the way I thought they should be, I never stopped to think about what Tessa herself thought about the way I was treating her, or how she felt about her current situation. I just decided what was best for her by myself based on nothing but assumptions. I realized I clearly wasn't doing her any favors the moment she burst into tears.
Go easy on yourself, babe. It's not like I'm saying everything you did was wrong. It's just that Tessa's fighting this thing with every last fibre of her being. She's like a little super soldier. And the thought of her bravery being reduced to nothing or minimised by being treated like a helpless victim was tearing me up inside.
Yeah, you're right. I see that now. I was closest to her, and I should have known more than anyone how hard she was fighting, but in spite of that, I didn't. How did I not notice, Frank? God, I've been such an idiot!
We both had our hands full, Francine. Don't talk about yourself that way, please. It hurts me to see. Things haven't been easy lately, alright? It's only natural we might act a little crazy sometimes under all this stress. She got hospitalised out of nowhere after all. One day she was going to school like usual, and the next she was in a hospital bed on an IV trip being told she had to undergo aggressive life-changing therapy. All I could ask myself was why her? I think obsessing over that so much made it hard for me to see things straight.
You know our Tessa. She told me she enjoys every single day, even now. Can you believe that? Things should be harder for her than anyone, and yet somehow she's stronger than the both of us put together.
She said she was super happy about everyone visiting her together, you know. Me, you, and your parents. And that's not all of it. This one's really going to shock you. She even said she actually enjoys studying. Apparently she works on her textbooks and printouts from school every day in the hospital ward.
She told me all about how when she gets out of hospital, she wants to try out a bunch of new things at school. Volleyball club, piano lessons, fencing. I could barely keep up as she listed off all her new goals. She said she gets excited just thinking about it. I had no idea she had all these plans for the future. No, it's not that I didn't know. Maybe I just didn't try to find out.
It's just like I said, right? I wasn't seeing things straight, and neither were you. There's no need to go beating yourself up over it. Me and you have been through a lifetime's worth of stress in the last few weeks.
Seeing her after she lost all of her hair like that for the first time, it terrified me so much that I ran out of her room in a panic.
Yeah, I know, babe. I know you did.
She told me she wished I didn't do that. You just laughed it off like it was nothing when you saw her without her hair for the first time, right? She told me what you said. Who needs hair anyway? Hair is for chumps. She said your cheerful spirit made her so happy. She said she wished I treated her more like you did. I was totally blind to what she really needed from me. I really am a failure as a mom.
That's not true, Francine. Don't say things like that.
How is it not true? I know you just said we weren't seeing things straight, but even in spite of that, even in spite of all the stress, all the pain, all the heartache, and all the worry, you still managed to understand how she was feeling and what she wanted. But me? Nope. I failed her. I'm not fit to be a mother.
If you're not fit to be a mother, why'd you get so mad at me?
Because I was making nothing but hasty, superficial judgments. I only reacted to what you were saying instead of why you were saying it. In the end, I was only thinking about myself. I was so obsessed with the idea of being the perfect doting mother that I didn't stop to take the time to consider what our daughter was actually feeling. No, I was downright incapable of it.
So why all the self-reflection and apologies now? If you're really incapable of thinking about what's best for Tessa, what's the point in beating yourself up with regret over what you did? Surely it couldn't be helped given the circumstance.
Stop it, Frank. You know, don't you? You know I can't be the mother our daughter deserves. Stop trying to make me feel better. It just makes me feel more pathetic.
Yeah. Doesn't feel great, does it? I'm glad you understand now. But tell me, Francine, why do you think Tessa was so beside herself with shock when her hair fell out?
Because she's a girl, surely. But then... No, wait. I guess it must have been pretty damn shocking to see me, her own mom, dart out of the hospital room like a bolt of lightning when I saw how different she looked. It was wrong of me to do that, wasn't it?
She said she was upset because she couldn't have the same hairstyle as her mum anymore. It was a shock to her. It made her feel down.
Wait, what?
She was shocked because she loves you, Francine. She loved having the same hairstyle as you. She was sad and down in the dumps because she couldn't anymore after losing her hair. Do you really think someone who says things like that could possibly hate you?
Wow, she said that? Our Tessa said that?
Yeah, sure she did. I just said so, right? She said that even when she felt sick, she was happy as long as you were there by her bedside to hold her hand. She was so grateful for how you made sure you were always there for her all the time, day in, day out, no matter what.
But I was only there by her bedside. It's not like I really even did anything. I didn't even notice how she was feeling, damn it!
Even just being by her side at such a difficult time is an amazing thing in and of itself, Francine. No matter how bad her symptoms got, no matter how much you wanted to bolt out of that door and never look back, you didn't. You stayed by her side the whole time. Only a mother's capable of that.
Is this really what's best for her? Someone like me being her mom?
Who else is there aside from you? Let me make something. If you talk like this around our girl, she'll burst into tears on you again. She hates the thought of her mum not being around.
Right. Frank, thank you. I am Tessa's mother.
Of course you are. And we're both going to carry on being there for her, forever and ever. We're going to be there for her so much, she'll get freaking bored of us. Because the three of us are a family. Me, you, and Tessa. After that, me and Francine successfully kissed and made up, just like our amazing daughter wanted. For Francine, the realisation that she'd been blind to how her daughter was feeling for a while tore her up with regret. But once she noticed just how much Tessa loves her, she became more positive and optimistic about the future. If anything, now her and Tessa talk and have fun together more than ever before. They get along so well that anyone would think they were best friends, rather than mum and daughter. What's more, Francine's mum and dad came over to apologise to me after they realised what I really meant by what I said that day. But just like me and Francine, they were so stressed out by everything that was going on that they reacted emotionally, instead of stopping to think what I actually meant. Now there's nothing but good vibes between me and the in-laws. Not many people can say that, right? Yeah. After the events of today's story, me, Francine and Tessa carried on fighting the cancer together for another 2 years. Our strengths as a family must be paying off because her symptoms are finally starting to subside. She finally just got the go-ahead to return to school on the condition that she takes it easy and sits out a gym class for a while. Needless to say, our house is filled with nothing but smiles these days because things are finally starting to look up. There's hope on the horizon and I am loving it. Don't get me wrong. She's not out of the woods yet, and there's still a small chance her symptoms could return. But one thing's for sure, me and her mum are working hard to give her everything she needs, and I'm praying with everything I've got for that smile never to disappear from her face.